So today we're continuing integration and derivatives. Yay! So a couple of learning goals. We're going to practice using this rule again. And we're also going to do this thing here. What to do on this one? There's some indicators. So first of all, there's a function within brackets that's to a power. So that's like an indicator that we've got to let u equal to something. Now, if there's something outside the brackets that looks like the derivative of what's inside the brackets, that's also a key to do what we're focusing on today. And this is f of x. So it's saying within f of x, if there's a derivative of g of x, we're going to substitute gx equals u. This is the gx, or the function within the function, or the function within the brackets. So you let u equal to that. And I usually do this working out on the side, because then you can just go equals underneath that. That's why I do it on the side. And then we do the derivative. So those are the first two steps. Third step is. So we're letting u equal to something. We're finding the derivative. And then we need to rearrange so it's d of x by itself. And bring 2x underneath. You're left with that. Alright, and then we do some substitution. So that's step 4. So we sub in this one, and we sub in this one into this function. So 4x stays the same. We're subbing in this, so this becomes multiply by u to the cube, and dx, we substitute that in for the dx. Oh, it's got 4x divided by 2x, so it's not the exact derivative, but the most important thing is that we're eliminating all the x's. So we're left with 2u cubed du. And then that's quite a simple integral. So we're just adding 1 to the power and dividing by the new power. Step 6, sub back in, so sub in what u is equal to. Pretty much the 6 steps we're following today. Equal to something. We let the thing inside the power equal to u. We find the derivative. Okay, so is the derivative present in this function? So this becomes 2x plus 3. So that'll make it easier later to eliminate the derivative. Alright, and then we do step 3, which is isolating dx. So bring dx over and bring this underneath the du. Okay, then we're going to substitute in. So the integral of all of this equals, and subbing it all in, and then simplifying. So this eliminates the 2, we bring out the front, so we're just left with this. Okay, so I've substituted in, I've simplified, and now I integrate. Is there any questions about that? So this is -3, so u to the -3 integrated. We add a power, so it becomes u to the -2, and we divide by the new power. -1 4 u squared. Does that make sense to everyone? Is there any questions, guys? No questions? And don't forget to sub x back in. That if I look at this, there's a similar function in terms of that looks like the derivative of this one. But there's just a key bit to this one. So if we go like this, we derive it. Now, this doesn't look exactly the same as this. We've got to factorize like the last one, factorize, but what are we going to factorize by? Becomes that thing outside of the cos. Does everyone see that? So you're left with dx equals du over this new thing. Okay, and then we substitute this and this into the function and integrate. Is that okay? So this one was a little bit tricky because you had to factorize by a negative number. I'm not going to do the rest of the steps. So we assume the u is the bit inside the cos function. So if you find the derivative of this, it's the same as x to the -1. So the derivative, you take a power and put that old power out the front. So you're left with dx equals du divided by, oh yes, this bit's interesting. So if you look at this, I'll simplify this. So this has actually become this now, right? And then we bring the x squared over, bring the dx over. So you're left with negative x squared du. So let's substitute in now. So we're going to sub in, this bit is u, and we're going to change the dx to this. So this becomes negative x squared du. You can see these x squareds cancel out, so you're just left with cos u du. Does anyone remember the integral of cos? And then we sub what u is, and that's it. Any questions, guys? Don't forget the plus c to be worthy.